Hi friends, welcome back. My name is Elias and you're watching Garden Forage. I garden here in Northern Virginia, Zone 7A, and I love gardening so much that I tried to extend the gardening season well into the winter time. Today I'd like to introduce you to one crop that I like to plant every single year so that I can get a harvest in the middle of winter. It may not look like a whole lot, but if you see these stems over here, they're the remaining stalks from the sunchokes that I have in the ground. Sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes are in the sunflower family, and they very much look like a skinnier version of a sunflower, and the flowers are small like this, and they produce some seeds like the sunflowers, but definitely not as big seeds as the sunflower. So it grows in a stand and a cluster, and it produces tubers at the bottom, and they are very tasty. Now proceed with caution here, because some people have some adverse reactions. You can get a little gassy after eating a lot of the Jerusalem artichokes. So if you've never had Jerusalem artichokes, make sure that you cook one potato or one tuber at a time and you try it for the first time. Try one tuber, wait 24 hours and see how you react. It won't make you sick, but it will make you a bit gassy. So if you don't like being gassy, then don't try the Jerusalem artichoke. Here's what the Jerusalem artichoke patch looks like. So underneath here, each of these will have a tuber growing. So let's see if we can get one out real quick. Just gonna pull this out. Oh yeah, you can see a tuber right there. And if we dig a little bit deeper, we'll find a lot of tubers like this. And these are super tasty. They taste like potatoes. Check this out. There's gonna be a lot of them in here. Oh yeah, that was just the one plant has produced those 6 already. And there is a lot more in here I can see. This is great. Oh, there's a big one right over there. There's a big one right here. Here's a Jerusalem artichoke. It kind of looks like a ginger piece and it's pinkish in color. And these things right here are a little less starchy than a potato, but they crisp up very finely. The way I like to eat this, I slice them very thinly and I fry them in a pan. And they are just the most delicious tuber you can eat, almost like a potato. But it's a little bit more buttery, I would say, than a potato. A lot of people don't like growing Jerusalem artichokes because they can be a little aggressive with their growth. So they grow from the tubers and it's impossible to dig out all the tubers. So if you leave even one tuber behind, it will continue to sprout from that area for many, many years. I had Jerusalem artichokes growing in my old garden, but I decided that I didn't have enough space, so I took them out, or I thought I did. And when I turned in my plot 2 years ago, I decided to dig up some of the tubers that were still there after I had gotten rid of them, and I brought them here because I have a lot more space here. And I have given them a space that is about 3 feet wide, and they have been able to contain themselves to that area. And all you have to do is dig out the ones that are coming out way too far from there, and you can certainly maintain it. As long as you're harvesting them, you can keep up with them quite easily. One reason why I love Jerusalem artichoke is because it requires no work to grow. They grow on neglect. So I planted these in here in the fall of 2020. I did not harvest any tubers at the end of 2021 because I only had like 3 or 4 of those tubers. So I wanted to reproduce the stock, and now I have a good amount. So this year I'm going to be eating a lot of those tubers in the winter months. Next spring I'm going to plant a bunch of these in containers because I want to grow even more. If you like growing potatoes, you definitely would enjoy growing these because they are so much easier, and they produce those pretty flowers like the sunflowers do, and they produce a lot of biomass, which is very important for me. I love producing a lot of biomass, and by biomass I just mean plant matter, because I can take that plant matter and turn it into more soil. So let me show you what my compost looks like right now. And I enjoy growing all the plants for the plant material and then turning it back into soil amendments. Check out all the piles that I have right back here. I need to chop them down into very small pieces, and then I put them into my compost piles. And I've been collecting leaves from all the neighbors, and I've been filling them all up. And next spring, all of these should be done, and they will go into my growing beds to produce more food for me. It's unfortunate that it's gotten so cold this week because I'm going to lose a few of those tender crops that I have in the garden. I finally lost all the tomato plants, and I have a few things in the greenhouse, and I'm hoping for those to sprout pretty soon so that I can eat salad greens all winter long. So what do you think about Jerusalem artichokes? Have you had them before? And do you think you want to grow them in your garden? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you like this video and you are subscribed to the channel. See you on the next one.